Hey everybody, Colin Myers here with Essential Lawn Services. It's what's today? Today is, let's see here. I think it's the 27th of April. We're in Western New York right now, um, mulching. Uh, Weather's pretty good today, and I'm actually by myself. You can see there's not really anyone with me because there isn't. But sitting down having lunch, thought I'd make a video on how we do our biggest mulch job. Sorry, trying to figure out this new contraption I'm using to make videos. It's a new stabilizer. I'm using the Osmo right now, testing it out from a friend. Might be getting the Osmo Mobile 2 here shortly to help with the videos and stuff. But as I've been doing this business for the landscaping lawn mowing business, I'm in year 4 now, and I landed this contract that last year with a yard sign, and it's turned into my biggest contract um, of any of uh, my oh places I mulch and stuff like that. Um, so it's become the bread and butter of my company, I guess I like to call it. But so last year landed this contract in August, middle of the year, which is crazy to me because I can't believe people call looking for work still in the middle of the summer. It just doesn't make sense to me because you should be, if I was a business owner looking for somebody to, uh, mow my lawn or do my landscaping, I'd have something set up early spring. But regardless, they called me, and I'm happy they did. This property alone with 3 guys, it takes 5.5 hours to mow. There's just so many spots where there's a lot of weed whacking, but we're talking about mulching today. So, the place like this, I when I talked to the maintenance people that actually work here, they said that there's 90 yards of mulch here, and as a business owner, 4 year well, last year was only my third year. I didn't know what to how to quote this at all, and you know, but I took my time. I really thought about it, and the way I quoted this, and how I determined how to quote it, was I looked at everything and thought how how much can I do in a day? What can I get done in a day? And I looked at everything, and this is only one of the properties that they have. There's actually a whole nother complex that has even more mulch at it too. But I looked at all of it and try to decipher how much can I do in a day? How much can I do? Um, and then just took it day by day and started adding up the days. And then you take that and then you times it by your hourly wage that you have figured out to sustain your business. And at first, I came to my price on stuff and it just seemed outrageous. Like it just didn't make sense to me because I've never had to quote something so high, so you know in the thousands. Well, I've quoted in the thousands, but multiple thousands, and it just didn't seem like it made sense to me. But you got to. If there's one thing I realized, you can't compromise on price. You have to stay with your price. If you compromise on price, you're losing business. So the more and more I thought about it and was working on the bid and trying to figure out price and stuff like that, I finally submitted it. And then I submitted my bid for mowing too, separate from the mulching and the mowing. I had no idea because it's not just a flat place where you mow. There's hills, there's ponds, there's You have to weed whack the edge of the ponds, the inside of the fence of the ponds, and the outside of the fence of the ponds. I mean, all this stuff adds up. And, you know, at first I thought the place was going to take me 2 days to mow. I really had no idea. We only had one mower that we could bring at a time, and then push mowers too. I mean, this place has 7 little cottages, and then it has it's a big nursing home, so it's got a big building with property, and they have pathways through the woods and stuff like that, and all this stuff. And so looking at all that, you know, I didn't know how to coordinate. Like, you could barely measure the acreage because there's so many obstacles to measure around and all that stuff. So I finally came to my price on my mowing, and, you know, I thought to myself the same way, actually, is how long is it going to take me to mow this? And then that included weekly maintenance of weeding beds and stuff like that, and making sure sidewalks are edged and stuff like that. So really, I mean, it was a tough decision to make, because, you know, an account like this, you know, when you get an account like this big, you don't want to lose it, and once you get it, you want to keep it. So I was trying to think of that, and that was another thing I learned early in this business, is that the accounts that get bid out every year aren't always worth it. I got into a couple of those my first and second year, and those accounts are good that year, and you'll make good money, but you can't bank on them the following year. And I don't like that. Like, I'm all about relationships in business. So if I can create a relationship in a business with somebody, and they can gain my trust, they're a customer for almost forever, unless you screw up and take them off or you quit your business. I have customers that I've had since the very beginning, and I'm grateful for that. But then I also lose customers that I thought I would never lose. But I've learned that every year there's more to come. Different ones are going to want you to bid and all that stuff. But I'm going to actually take a walk up and get the tractor. Sitting down having lunch. But let's see if we can switch this around. Okay, so this is the property right here. I mean, as you can see, we're at the bottom of the property right now. So, I mean, it's just absolutely huge. And then we have our mulch pile over here that we're just started to cut it into. There's 30 yards here now. We're just kind of taking it step by step to figure out exactly how many yards we're gonna need. I mean, he said 90, but that's not all brown mulch. We also use some bare natural, just chipped up from a wood chipper, and as you can see. But I mean, it's just everywhere. Like, there's just all the way. Those houses over there are part of our thing. You know, there's grass, mulch. It's just everywhere. Switch the camera back around. So, but this is our biggest account, and, you know, I've learned that I've created a relationship with them. This is our second year mowing, at least. First year mulching, because we started so late in the season. But, you know, it seems to be going in the direction of, you know, keeping this every year, years and years to come. And I mean, that brings in huge profits, you know, because you create better ways of doing things and stuff like that. And we'll come over here and show you another pond. Turn the camera around. So here's another pond. It's just tons and tons of grass, tons and tons of weed whacking, push mowing. It's not an easy lawn. But you know what, we do it. We figured out a way to do it fast and efficiently. Seems to be working out. But Well, I'm almost to the tractor. Gonna get on the tractor, load some mulch, keep mulching. By myself today, but doesn't mean I can't stop from working. You know, that's another thing too, is I want to be a boss that, or the people that work for me, I want to be a boss that shows my employees that I'm not afraid to work, that I'm not afraid to you know, get my hands dirty. I don't just sit at home and eat bonbons all day and tell everybody I'm working, doing paperwork. Not the case. But this is the shop for the maintenance guys. They let us use their tractor to get the mulch loaded because they ordered their own mulch. But all right, guys. Well, I just wanted to give a little view of our account, of what we do here, the size of the property, and talk a little about how we address it. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our page. We're going to be doing lots of, sorry, I just walked up a hill. We're going to be doing lots of videos with the business, showing things, how we do things, equipment we use. Pretty soon we're going to have the trailer setup video here shortly. So you definitely want to tune in for that. And so go ahead and subscribe to the page so you can get the updates. Have a good one, guys.